All right, we're hopping straight into this one and we are not wasting any time. Now, this is not going to be a raw reaction. I've seen this video already, or this gameplay demonstration. It was sent to me a couple of times. I wanted to look into it beforehand just to see if it would even be a game I'd be interested in sharing and covering here on the channel. And it 100% is. This is Azure Promilia, a brand new game that was announced by the developers that made Azure Lane, and that caught my interest in of itself because I'm an Ether Gazer content creator, and so it's within the same family. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna share this with you all. I'm sure you've seen it already, but I wanted to give you my thoughts and opinions on this, as well as why I'm so excited for this game, because this game is doing things that are far different than others, that elevates it, in my opinion, makes it unique, and has me incredibly excited to invest into it. Now, with that also being said, I hope to be able to try this game early with some type of closed beta. I want to get my hands on this game. I want to test it out for you all, showcase it for you all. Once again, we're going to take a look at this gameplay demonstration, about 15 minutes long, which is absurd. You really don't see that, so it seems as if they are ready to showcase this game, and I'm all here for it. Look at this world. If you cannot tell, I'm incredibly excited about this game, and I hope you are also. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, but I'm gonna really dive deep into this trailer and really give you some insight on what I'm most excited about when it comes to this game in particular, which right there you can see right off the bat, we're just jumping into it, and it's the mount right there. The village looks great, the characters look great, the designs look great. Now, initially I thought this was just going to be like a companion game, and so that's why I wanted to look at it beforehand, because I'm like, I'm not too sure if that's right up my alley. But then I seen everything else associated with it. We got personality here. I know I'm talking a lot during this trailer, guys, but I've seen it already. If we can whip around like that in game, that's just going to be top tier. Absolutely top tier. But they cooked. They absolutely cooked. And this was far more than I was expecting from this game. So I'm all in. You got me. I'm all in. Sign me up. Where can I sign up? But yeah, I thought it was going to be just a companion game, and that's great and all, but that's not for me. But no, it's far more than that from what I can see, and I just want more details, and I just want to get my hands on it. Characters look phenomenal, and there's a wide variety of characters, right? There's a big spectrum of characters, from small to big to in between. Now, this is what got me right here. I'm not going to pause it, but that got me right there. The companions, but not only the companions, the mounts. And that's what kind of burnt me out of open world games. I'll talk about it here more in just a second. That, when I saw that got me. And what we're going to see here in just a moment. But look, these characters look amazing. They do look good. And yes, I am riding a hype train right now. I am. I'm full hype mode. You cannot take me out of it at the moment. I am full hype mode for this. They just did a good job. They did a good job. This is how you present your game. This is how you present your game. This is a phenomenal first impression. Azure Promilia. This, when I saw this, is what right here, this is what hooked me in and had me want to just sign up immediately. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I got kind of burnt out of the open world exploring, because it just was tiresome and burdensome for me to be able to explore only by running, where you're capped by a stamina, and then you only have a glider, and that glider is a stupid concept in my opinion, and it is incredibly slow. So it never wanted me to explore the world, because it felt like a chore to do so, and I just wanted to fast travel everywhere because it was just not fun exploring. But to be able to fly, or to be able to have companions that you can mount and be able to move quicker and fly throughout the open world and see it from a different perspective and angle, that has me want to explore the world. I think that is an incredible idea and very fun in my opinion. One example that I can point to that maybe not a lot of people can relate to is Anthem, when you can fly and you can be able to see the world that was created through flying. That is a whole nother level in my opinion. Now, I'll explore all day long flying, and then I saw this. The combat is right up my alley. It is fast, it is flashy, and that's what I'm all about. Once again, I thought this was just a companion collector, like a Pokemon game, and I'm like, that's cool, but that's not really me. And then I saw the combat and the ultimates, and your companions are there with you, and it has element aspect to it. I'm like, okay, you're telling me I can fly and explore the open world. I have amazing ARPG-esque combat where it's action-oriented, switch in, switch out type of play style, applying elements, using my companions that are unique to each character that you can place on them individually. I was like, okay, all right, you caught my attention now. And then the UI is just so fresh, so different. It is not the same template. It is something that is unique, and it looks good. I'm riding the hype train. I don't care what you guys have to say. I'm riding the of course I care what you guys have to say. I'm riding the hype train, and I just think it looks incredible. I think it looks good. And once again, the variety of different characters that you have here, the designs look great, the personalities are there, the facial expressions are there. This game looks awesome, and once again, I'm just ready to try it out and get my hands on it to see how it truly feels in game. This character looks beautiful, and might be main, possibly, we'll see. But she looks great. You know, you have big and small. You have all sorts of personality, once again, facial expressions. Look at all of that. This is main, frame 1, day 1. I don't care what anybody says. That is main, day 1, frame 1. Right there. That character with katana, sign me up. And then we have a lance user, right? It's just different weapons, different archetypes. And once again, the companions associated with these characters and the fact that you can use them in the open world to do certain things. Just amazing. Mounts, flying mounts. Capture, well, the thing is, I don't know if you capture them per se. It might just be like a collecting thing throughout the open world. I'm not entirely too sure. I'm not sure if they showed that here, but that would be, you know, it's another layer to what we have already with this game, which is a lot. But I'm all for it, right? I'm all for it. And once again, the UI is just, it's so unique, so different. And it seems really polished at the moment. It seems really polished. It seems like they've been working on this for quite some time in the background. And this is, once again, an example of using the companions in the open world to be able to do certain things. Just a very unique feature. And the open world seems, in my opinion, to be a little more populated, not with people, but with these companions, with these, I don't know what you would call them, animals, you know, these creatures, I guess you will. It makes the world feel more alive because they're populated with these, you know, with these creatures or animals. Like, look at that. And what are those? Those guys look menacing. And once again, the mount. The fact that you can mount the companions and move throughout the open world in a much quicker fashion, and it doesn't seem to have a stamina correlated with it or associated with it, and you can change your companions on the fly. I'm just, once again, that's what I'm here for. And I might be repeating myself a lot here, but I want to reiterate and drive that point home. So you have the companion attacking, switching out. And that's like a hula hoop character. And then you got the hammer doing so. Look at, once again, the combat, right? The combat looks great. Dropping down. The hula hoop is just a pretty unique weapon. You don't see it in many games. And then you got the companion running with you, the ultimate. It's just, yeah, it just looks really, really solid. Really solid. Not too overly complex when it comes to the combat. It looks like there was just an ultimate, a skill, and a basic attack possibly, and then you have your companions, obviously. And it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how you mix and match those, you know, depending on like what element might be best, and if you put the same element of the character. So for example, this character seems to be some type of like earth element, and they have like what seems or appears to be like an earth companion associated with them. And I just realized that Hog has a drill for a tail. Has a drill for a tail. That is peak design right there. Absolutely peak design. So now they went ahead and have this fire element with the fire companion. That's what I'm saying. Like, this character seems to be fire element, and then they have a fire character, fire companion, I should say, associated with them. And then you can have, yeah, you can have the companions do work for you to farm the open world. Wild. Absolutely wild. So that's what I'm wondering is if, you know, if you're a fire element character, You know, is it more beneficial to have the fire companion associated with you? Do you get added, you know, benefits like extra fire elemental damage when you have a fire companion? I'm not too sure. And then look, it just seems like you might just find eggs of the companions out in the open world. It doesn't seem as if you necessarily capture them per se. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if that's an option that you do have. Maybe for some. Well, that was interesting. Oh, it's the mount that you can call. So there's a wheel for the mounts that you can call possibly, and you could just do it on the fly. And this right here, I will explore your open world all day long. The world, the beautiful world that you made, I will explore all day long if I can do it in this type of fashion. Look at the different perspective, the angle, flying. There's something about flying in games, whether it's flying like this or swinging like in Spider-Man. There's something about it that just, it's more enjoyable. I don't know how else to put it. It is far more enjoyable to explore an open world, a massive open world, in this type of manner, rather than being tied to a stamina system and only running or gliding. It's just, no, that just is not fun in my opinion. This, on the other hand, I will do that all day long, and I might just do it for fun. You know, that's what's different about this game, and why I'm so interested in this game. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was kind of getting burnt out of the open world games. Open world games weren't that, you know, magical and mystical like they were when they first dropped. It wasn't that interesting to me anymore. Like, if there was a new open world game, I would have to see how it is first to even see if I'd be interested in. And look at flying throughout this. Imagine if you had to simply climb up that, or simply had to run through this with stamina. It would not be fun, but it's a beautiful world to explore by flying and by mounting with no stamina associated with it. You just go. Look at these different worlds and different areas. And then we have what appears to be legit boss fights. It's just, yeah. Once again, this is why I'm so excited about this game. Is because they have brought together some of, if not all, the best aspects of an open world game, and they brought it together for this one. And it just appears that they're doing a lot of things right. Now, obviously, still have to try it out, see how it feels, see how it plays, and really dive into all that this game has to offer. But I mean, once again, first impressions are everything, and this was one heck of a first impression. One heck of a first impression. So yeah, it looks like you have the skill, the ultimate skill, the companion, and then you can switch with the characters. And once again, the elements, there's a break system as well, and you can see the element under the health bar, the enemy that you can apply onto the enemy, and you can see there's certain levels to it. I guess the amount that you're applying onto them. That's really cool. Now, how important that's going to be, I'm not too sure. Some elements might break the enemies quicker. Some elements, or some enemies might be weaker to certain elements. So it might be strategic on who you bring and who you use. I'm just wondering how unique these characters' kits are. Or how in-depth, I should say. That was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. And then what I'm also wondering, if there's gonna be co-op, like what type of gameplay are we looking at? What type of loop, like gameplay loop? Look at this. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This isn't my go-to. This is not what I truly look for, but they have a full-on working, functioning, running village thing going on here, where you got your companions going to work, going to town. And once I can see this appealing to so many different players, you know, casual players that love this type, you know, hardcore players that love the ARPG like myself. This is gonna cater to a lot of people. This is gonna cater to a lot of people, and I can see a lot of people being, you know, gravitating towards this game because it has something for everybody. I mean, that was just, once again, that was absolutely peak. What a great first impression. And once again, what did it for me is the flying mount, the mount, exploring the open world, the companions, and then the action combat. That drew me in. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions down in the comments below. Once again, I hope I can get my hands on this game, try it out for you all early, and give it a shot and share it with you all. I would love to do so. This game looks amazing, and want to see what you guys have to say. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name's Cody. You call me further. I'll see you all next one. Bye, guys.